How the hell did you manage that?
In all honesty, I have no idea. So, welcome back to the channel. We are in the workshop again. It is late evening, so I'm just filming this now, and then tomorrow I'm going to crack on with whatever is next. So, the next skill I'm going to learn is welding. I picked up a welder. It's a 4-in-1, so eventually I can branch out into other ones. However, I need to learn how to do it first. So this part of the episode is going to be me just practicing, seeing where we're at, and depending on how well it goes, depends on how quickly the next steps and process go. But I'll just flip you around, let you have a look at what I've got so far, and I'll show you from there. So as you can see, we have the initial parts set up. I picked this up, it's like 2mm mild steel. He told me to pick this up for practicing because it's thicker, there's a chance I'll burn holes through it. However, I then realised that at some point I am going to need somewhere to hold my welding machine. So I'm going to use this part to build a welder holding place to eventually attach it to the next project involving the welder. So I've got my safety kit. The only thing I don't have out here is goggles, but they're in there. So tomorrow I'm pulling out the welder, switch it on for the first time and having a go with it. And yeah, fingers crossed it'll turn out. The reason for this is there is so much to do with welding, especially in like the automotive industry, from welding chassis, repairs, exhausts, car parts, fabrication, you name it, it's part and parcel of being involved in that. So it is a step that I'm going to need to take. It is a step that I need to do and learn before I start the next part of the trade up, because there is some welding involved in building the table. But yeah, that's where we're at now. So I'm going to call it a night, pack up all my stuff. Well, not pack it, just leave it out for tomorrow, and we'll crack on with the next bit, which is learning to weld. So today is the day. We're going to give it a go. As you can see, we have it all kind of ready. I'm just going to read the manual now, get it all set up, and we'll have to go from there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm not going to bore you whilst I read the manual, but once it's all set up, we'll get to welding. Okay, so we're back. It's fully set up. I don't know what to do with the volts and amps and stuff, so I'm going to still read up on that and have a quick look at that. But the flux core is fed into it. It's feeding through the gun. I am so nervous, it's unreal. But we're just going to have to go with it and we'll just see what happens. I can't see it being good, but when does anything go right on this channel? So we'll see. So next time I come back, I will have worked out what amps and volts and everything to run this through, and we'll give it a go. Okay, so we're set up. I don't know how this is going to go. But I've got the welding mask. If I look at the phone, it sparks the welding mask, so I'm not going to look at the phone. But yeah, we're going to turn it on and give it a go. Another nut. I'm probably going to put my gloves on. Be smart. Don't be an idiot like me. Well, that looks dreadful. I don't know. Well, let's have a look at that and see what we've got. Okay, so I'm still practicing. I don't understand this speed versus volts, so I'm probably going to bring a friend about that one. However, we did have a slight one. I have done like a couple of lines, and I mean, they're not bad. No, that's a lie. They're all terrible. But we also had a slight, I don't know if you can see under there, a slight fire. So probably avoid welding where the wood is would be a good start. Anyway, back to it. Okay, so we're about 10 minutes of trying to do a straight line. It's speckly, it's not great, but I'm gonna try. I've got a random piece of metal, so I'm just gonna screw about and try and attach it to this, and we'll see how that goes. So let's give it a go. Oh, look at that! Got it attached. Now I'm gonna try and weld it, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, we burnt a hole through it, so yeah, I think that's a success. I mean, it's not the most secure weld and it's slightly on fire, but yeah, that's like melted through. But it is attached. I am for like 10 minutes worth of practice. I'm quite happy that that's going the way it is. So, do I try the next bit? By the end of this video, I will have done, but we are going to get a bit more practice in first. This is fun, but Jesus Christ, to set a piece of metal on fire. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. I mean, yeah, it's not the best of welds and it looks absolutely hideous. But to say that I've been doing it for 10 minutes, I mean, my lines are definitely not straight, but at least they're like solid lines. I'm enjoying this. So yeah, I think this isn't too bad. From a person who's like, the last time I did welding was in college, it's a bit of an interesting one, so I'll show you what I've done anyway. I mean, these are all terrible, terrible welds, and I'm pretty sure that some people are going to come for me in the comment section with this, but I don't think it's that bad. Okay, so those two on the left were my last welds in comparison to my first welds. I mean, personally, I don't think it's too bad. And obviously that's just dreadful because, yeah, it was like super thin piece of metal. However, it has like, it's probably gonna snap, but yeah, it's gone all right. I'm actually kind of impressed at how it's gone, but there is a hell of a lot of work to do. So I'm not gonna bore you and keep on doing it. So the next time I will be looking to attach these bits of metal to hopefully create some sort of frame. So for now, I think that's probably going to be it for this part of the video. I think the next part of the video is when I've had a bit more practice. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know I'm going to make it work, and yeah, it'll probably be attaching the parts that I need to attach to finish the idea that I've got. So bear with me. I'm going to keep practicing. Pretty sure I'll probably give it a go either later on tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling about my welding abilities. But we'll see. So bear with me and we'll go from there. Okay, so obviously we have this big piece here that I'm going to be using for welding practice. But I need to cut this chunk off here, which is going to be for the workbench project in a later video. So I'm going to cut that now. I'm going to get my goggles on and we're going to give that one a go. And I find where I put my goggles. Success. Okay, so I had to think, once it had all been cut and everything, and there was all the practice sheet, let's just go for it. Why not? If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I'll just get another piece of metal, I'll change it, I'll change the plan, whatever it is. But I'm going to give it a go because I'm not going to learn if I don't. However, we've upgraded the platform from the pieces of wood that we had originally that's slightly burnt to some paving bricks that my neighbour had in his back garden. So I now have a brick platform to use so that it doesn't burn. Again, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know whether it's going to be good. I can't promise anything, but I'm going to give it a go and I'm going to learn. So I'm pretty sure I've got the settings right for the MIG weld, the flux core welder thing. So I'm just going to have to go for it and see what happens. And it's going to be a matter of tacking it in place, getting it where it needs to be, and then going from there. So we'll see what happens and we'll see what's next. But yeah, it's going all right. So bear with me. I'll get this set back up. I'll get the door open and we'll get filming. Okay, so here goes. It is quite busy out there on the main road, just because obviously it's around the school run time. But we're going to give this a go. And all I can say is the first part we're just going to be tack welding it. 3, I'd say, probably both sides, and hopefully we can get something from that. So let's go. Nice smell of burnt hair. Let me just put my gloves back on because I completely forgot to put them on. So I think we have tack welds in. There's only one way to find out is by removing this. So I can't believe that actually worked. But yeah, I'm going to finish the video now, get the rest of it all tacked up, and then it's going to be back onto the actual properly welding. So we'll bear with me. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it's first part out of the way. Tack welded on. I mean, as much as I know about tack welding, I think I've done an alright job. It seems to be held in the right place where I wanted it to be. The magnet stuff helped. It's gone good. So now the next step will be the actual welding part of it. So I'm nervous about this, but I'm also excited about this. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes and see how it comes out. Okay, so I've got some mixed feelings on this. Like, I know it has to be like properly welded and can't just remain tack welded. So I'm gonna have to kind of go with this. I've seen a few different ones where people kind of go side to side motion. So that's the one I'm gonna go for rather than like swirls or arcs. And I'm just gonna hope and take my time with it, and fingers crossed it's gonna come out looking all right. So we will see how it turns out, but yeah, one of them. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm shocked I'm not on fire. Right. So I'm gonna have a look at this, see how we've got. It's not looking great, I won't lie to you. It's not the smoothest of welds or the best of welds. But we haven't got any warping and it seems to be okay. So I'm not gonna lie, this is not the best weld. Or even a good weld. This is like a terrible starter thing. But also slightly burnt my desk, just with speckles, so that'll probably need a touch up at some point. Yeah, I'm just going to crack on with it and just hope then it works out. So I'm going to finish the video here, and the next time you join me, we should have something. Okay, so there we have it. The first initial welding project. The welds are awful. Like, they're not the best, and they're not great. But it is kind of, it is held together. Obviously, if once I've cleaned these up, it's probably all going to fall apart, and I'll have to re-weld it all and stuff. But for a first one, I mean, I've been welding, what, 20, 30 minutes probably on the actual gun. So to say I've made that in like 20, 30 minutes, yeah, the welds are terrible, but I'm pretty chuffed with how that's. But I think that is it for now. That's going to be used on a welding project for the workshop further on down the line. So for now, that's pretty much everything. So yeah, I'm just going to let that cool down now, put it under the bench, and then it's waiting for me to get better at welding. I am going to carry on practicing off camera, obviously, but I have got a few other little projects here and there to do. So yeah, first of all, I think it's been a pretty productive one. Still a lot to learn, but I'm only just starting, and I actually enjoyed doing this. This was a lot of fun. Plus, with it being cold outside, it's kept me quite warm. So that's everything for now. So thank you so much for watching, tuning in, subscribing. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry the welds were terrible. I will get better. I will get better. That's a promise. But for now, that's where we're at. And yeah, thank you for tuning in.